Hi there, my name is Crystal Musgrove, and welcome to my presentation on my journey to becoming an athletic trainer. What I will discuss in this presentation would be why I chose to become an athletic trainer, the educational requirements, some barriers and how I can overcome them in the market, the current market trends, some qualifications that I currently have, and what would make me marketable. How will I be a good fit in athletic training? Okay, so why did I choose this profession? First of all, my love of sports. I don't know what I would do without sports. My love goes so deep, and I know that every other athlete, for them to play at such a level, a professional level, or either collegiate, or even in school, you have to love the sport to enjoy it. We play all day, so that love I know we share, and when I injured myself, I needed that mental support and that I did not have. I did some physiotherapy and it didn't get me back on the track that I needed to be on. But knowing that as an athletic trainer, I want to be there both physically and mentally to let my athletes know that, hey, you are going to get over this. You will play sports again and to your level or probably even beyond the level that you were playing at before. These are some things or whatever that I would like to implement when I become an athletic trainer. So that's why I actually chose this profession. I want to be there for them. The educational requirements for becoming an athletic trainer, you would need a bachelor's of science in athletic training minimum from an accredited university. You would also have to pass your BOC, your Board of Certification in Athletic Training examination. Me, on the other hand, I am pursuing my bachelor's in kinesiology and I'm going to enter into the master's program for athletic training. To get into this program is very rigorous. You would need a 3.0 minimum in your bachelor's degree, cumulative average. You would also have to write an essay. You have to do a interview. You would need to complete 150 clinical hours in your field. So in my field of athletic training, I would have to complete 150 credit hours, clinical hours. I would also I need to do a CPR course, and I believe I will get into it. But these are some of the things that I would have to do, and I look forward to actually doing them. As barriers and how to overcome these barriers. These barriers are personal to me. Other persons have their own barriers, but the three that I have listed here would be lack of athletic trainers in the Bahamas, personal funding, and actually being able to have study leave to go off and do my master's program. With these, because I am situated in the Bahamas, I am active military. It's not like the US where you see multiple job opportunities of athletic trainers. So you have different places that you can go and do your clinic hours. I know of three. Two athletic trainers, they work at UOB, the University of the Bahamas here, as athletic trainers, and one, he's a certified athletic trainer, but working for Spinal Rehabilitation Center on the western end of the island. With this limited amount of athletic trainers that I found here, it's very difficult for me to be able to do these clinic hours so I could be able to get into my master's program. Now, as active force, I need to request for study leave. If I do not receive the study leave, I won't be able to go off. And I need to be persistent in my request for study leave. I have to create the opportunity, put it inside the Royal Bahamas Defense Force minds that this is something that we need. Athletic trainers is what we need. I would be the first athletic trainer on the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and I'm not sure if they have one on the police force, but I will check that out. So basically, I had to create change, create an opportunity, and put a vision in their minds to say that this is important for us. I didn't even know that athletic trainers work in military bases for training. So this is something that I learned and now I can go ahead and deliver this to them so that I can overcome each of these barriers, because once they approve for me to go on study leave, it automatically covers the funding. California Baptist University actually is $41,000 plus fees to do my master's, and that will be covered with full study leave. So these barriers are overcomable. That's not a word. These barriers can be overcome, but I got to work on it. Okay, let's discuss some current market trends very quickly. You have the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They are listing a 23% increase in athletic training employment from 2016 to 2026. National Athletic Trainers Association, their statistics also has salary on the rise. They have a salary by degree. If you were to have a master's, it rose from $44,707 in 2008 to over $51,000 in 2011. The Bureau of Labor Statistics also mentions that the median pay in 2018 was $46,630. What I would like to also mention is it can differ not only by degree but by your setting. I noticed that in the clinical setting, it went from little over 44,000 to over 50,000, and persons working in the setting for the football league, the professional football league, it would have went from over 64,000 to over $128,000 being paid for that setting. These market trends are very good for persons who are looking to become an athletic trainer. And the pay, I'm not really basing me becoming an athletic trainer based on the pay, but it is something that I should look into, because these here, as I said, from the Bureau of Labor Statistics and NATA statistics, but it's not based on Bahamian statistics, our labor board. We don't have much athletic trainers here, so the amount may differ. I'm not expecting to make 46 or 50 or 60,000 right out of athletic training, right out of getting my master's in athletic training. I really don't mind starting from the bottom and working my way up. That's because I'm actually doing athletic training for love, not for money. But these market trends, if you are looking to be an athletic trainer, it's going up. The market trends, it's not a dying field, it's a growing field, and based on new technology and everything, I believe it's going to continue to grow. So my current qualifications, even though this list is very short, I did play sports for 17 years. I was very active: softball, volleyball, soccer, flag football, rugby, you name it. I was very active. And I feel me having this active level of sports, um, it's it's like a qualification, because the number one person I will be working with, people that I will be working with, will be athletes. I was once an athlete, and I'm treating athletes. So it's a good qualification to have. I did first aid in my qualification course for advancement into the able seaman rank. And first aid is a good quality based on the fact that we are first response to an injury that happens on or off the field. Um, Also, I did a Coast Guard qualification course for incident command systems, whereby I was a planning section chief and an operational section chief. These two positions that we basically focused more on, or got more in depth practice with, it gave me certain characteristics that I will discuss on my last slide that I feel is very important in the athletic training field. Um, Being able to know your problem solving skills, like you think on your feet, gave me the self confidence. Speaking in front of a room as a planning section chief, being able to tell the commanding officer, this is where your resources are, this is where your people are are allocated. This is what needs to happen. This is where we are in the planning stage. This is all these things that I've learned in this course, I feel help with the self confidence and enthusiasm that I can bring because I actually love doing this. The oral communication skills that I got from this course was beyond. Coast Guard did a very good job in offering this course, and I appreciate it because this will help me in my journey for athletic training. So, how and why I feel as if I will make a good fit in athletic training. Being the first athletic trainer in the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, it would be a milestone not only for the military or the active force, but for the Bahamas. It will bring awareness of athletic training and what we do. You notice I use we. Yes, I'm going to speak as an athletic trainer. So what we do, yeah, the necessity of having athletic trainers in these different facilities. So that's how I would make a good fit. This is something that is necessary. This is something that needs to happen. And it's going to happen one way or another because I am not stopping on this journey to becoming an athletic trainer. So I've played sports before. Like I mentioned before, I want to be able to relate. So I relate with athletes. So this is why I feel I would be a good fit. Being relatable to someone who has injured themselves, they are thinking that, hey, I don't think I'll ever be able to play the same again. I want to be there for them. People think that injury is just physical, get stronger, fix whatever needs to be fixed and get stronger. But we also have that mental aspect that people have to get past. As athletes, we need to get past this mental thing that say that I will perform at my current standard, my standard that was at before I was injured, or I will perform above that standard level. And I want to be with them mentally. This is something that I feel very passionate about. Knowing that someone's there along the way saying, hey, it is going to be okay. I'm going to give you that knowledge to know that, hey, this is what you're doing. This is what happened. I actually cried. I cried when I tore my ACL. I thought I would never play sports again. And I had no one there for me. I want to be there for my athletes. So this passion of mine, it goes beyond physical rehabilitation. I want to rehabilitate the athletes mentally as well. I want to be there for them. And also, I want to discuss, as you can see here in this slide, the fact that I can bring fun and professionalism to athletic training. When I say fun and professionalism, hey, we are all kids at heart. Athletes do one thing. They play. Yeah, they do many other stuff and all that, but basically we play. So you have to have some fun in it. I may be professional, but I am not a stickler. I'm not sure if you use that term, but we use the term stickler. I am not stiff. I know when to have fun, I know when to be professional, and I know how to combine the two very well. So for this section, that's good. Now we're going to discuss on the next slide how I feel like it can be more marketable. Make myself more marketable. So here I have a list of certifications that I feel is very, it's beneficial for athletic training, and also the professional organizations that I feel should be associated with as an athletic trainer. NATA being National Athletic Trainers Association, also the American College Sports Medicine, and the National Strength and Conditioning Association. These three I feel are a good basis for professional organizations you should join as an athletic trainer. The certifications that I have listed are the Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist certification, kinesiotaping certification, and massage therapy. I remember as a volleyball player, we always before games we come to each other and we just tape each other, and that was a good memory for me. So being able to actually tape with quality, that is something. Everybody thinks that the only thing athletic trainers do is tape ankles, tape ankles, tape ankles. Whether this is a myth or it's an over exaggeration of what they do, even though I know it is. Um, you need to know how to tape, and kinesio tape is the Mac, the iPad, the Apple of taping. So I feel like a kinesio taping certification would be great. I have posted here for the professional organizations a PowerPoint that will be able to show you where you can go and sign up for these organizations, how much they will cost based on if you want to be a student member or a professional member, and the benefits of being in these professional organizations. So all right, so this final slide, I just decided to mention some characteristics that I feel is good in athletic training, like self-confidence, maturity, enthusiasm, technical skills, oral communicational skills, problem-solving skills, leadership skills. As I mentioned in the other slide, the slide about me doing the course, the Coast Guard course, and that course bringing out some of these characteristics and solidifying them in who I am. Uh, these are actually great characteristics to have for any job, but it's four that I want to point out on this list. That's the self-confidence, the oral communicational skills, the leadership skills, and the problem-solving skills. These here, when you mention these in in a interview, it can change how the interviewer sees you. Even though when you speak to them, you speak with self-confidence, you show your level of oral communication, the skill level, you give them some leadership examples, some initiative examples, how you solve problems, how you can think on your feet. Give them some examples of these or whatever that you did in your previous employment. That's what I decided to do when I did my mock interview with Dr. Laura Costa. And I feel it's helped me a lot. I need to basically my vocab, how I use adjectives, what verbs to use. It doesn't come as quick as other persons, so these things I need to work on. I have some ideas what I can do to improve them, but all these in due time I will definitely improve, and all this is leading me on my ultimate path of becoming an athletic trainer. I thank you for watching my presentation. The next slide you'll see would be the references, and enjoy, guys.